episode. We survived. We're making it. We're doing well.
We still haven't got canceled.
Good. We still haven't got canceled.
And we survived 2020.
And hopefully we can make it to season 2 and beat Pete Holmes for sure on that one.
Yeah, totally. How you guys doing?
You guys doing good out there? You know, we're trying to enjoy our lives being these YouTube personalities. And with that, you know, we've had to do a lot of research on competitions going out there. There's a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's unfortunately done kind of a bit of a damage to my YouTube recommended feeds. I'm getting a lot of weird videos.
I do get a lot of weird things. One in specific, our producer Malcolm did not tell us that he got picked up for a little YouTube documentary.
Oh, is that true, Malcolm?
Did you watch it?
I have not seen it yet.
Alright, you're in for something. Alright,
let's watch some YouTube.
Let's check it out.
This is Malcolm, the producer of Enjoy the Buzz. He has basic tasks for the podcast to complete, like setting up microphones and to edit the podcast. Malcolm's job this day is to finish creating the episode, but then he got a little too high. Even performing the most simplest of tasks proves to be difficult in this state. He searches for the footage, but his mind escapes him at the last moment. He panics. Malcolm desperately tries to find the footage, his deadline ever approaching. Eventually, Malcolm has managed to put all the footage together. Things are looking up from here, but alas, there is no rest for the wicked. Malcolm hits the save button and the screen freezes. He is forced with one of the most disastrous of foes, the pinwheel of doom. Unsure of what to do next, he opens up his browser to search for answers. However, almost instinctually, he uses the wrong video platform for this project. The Hosevex hamsters won't be able to solve these technical difficulties. After a moment of clarity, his resolves prove to be forthright. The project is secured and saved in all forms. But this is the standard life cycle of Malcolm. With the project being submitted, he can enjoy his week until he must return to his editing once again. He returns to his slumber. What Malcolm dreams of is unknown. To find those answers, one must search through his internet history. However, none have had the mental fortitude to repeat what they have seen. Until next time.
When did that happen?
Malcolm, you didn't tell me these things, man.
You filmed in my room and I didn't know about it.
Where's the payroll? Well, how much money are you making off of this?
How much money you making?
How much money you making? That's a real question.
You gotta speak to my lawyers for that one.
Wait a minute.
I don't get how, we're giving him royalties, but we're not getting a cut.
I see how it is. I see how it is. You know, that's the way it be. But that's that YouTube space, man. Sometimes it's cutthroat out there. It's cutthroat.
It's cutthroat. You can't trust the homies no more.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's trying to get famous. Got to make money somehow. And then, all right.
Who are the people you think should make it on YouTube? Okay, now that we're in the YouTube rabbit hole, where do you fall into when you're in your YouTube Explore page?
My YouTube Explore page is so I have two different accounts really when I think about it. There's my standard, all video game nerd shit.
Right.
And then there's the other one that it's just I open up YouTube by itself, no login, no sign-ins, anything. And that's the black hole one. Because this is where all my Gordon Ramsay videos come up. So a lot of fucking cooking videos pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
A lot of think of Adult Swim-esque kind of little what's the one?
Little esoteric cartoons.
Yeah, real weird fucking 3D animation that makes no fucking sense. And I'm looking at it and it's my brain is slowly but surely melting as it
I want to tell you the big. I want you to tell me the big, like, specific ones, the crazy ones. And let's go down this little cave together.
Oh, that's right. How can we forget?
How can we forget?
The happy hour bag.
Coming to a Walmart near you.
And also,
one of those I've seen on TV commercials. I've never been able to do this little...
Hey, I got some of it. All right, we got that on camera. It's evidence.
This little Mary Poppins bag over here, too. I'm telling you. We got beer mugs. Our budget increased.
Production. We're getting it. We're making it. All right, now you get to see us. Pour our drinks. You can judge us later. And for our audio listeners, we don't have ASMR. So just imagine that we're drinking beer out of a mug now.
But think about it, we're getting beer mugs now. Like, how long until we get, like, really good-ass microphones or lavaliers that we put on ourselves where our audio listeners can listen to every single pour and I drop and every slurp, every delicious...
You can also hear my pedos and also my stomach grumbling, too.
You don't want to hear that. I have to put up with that shit, man. We used to sleep in the same bedroom, and boy, like, it smelled like... I don't know. Like, whew.
Hey, man. If one thing we've learned from our family is that our genetics are strong.
Yeah.
And any form or factor of how they may be, smells is one of them. And I will admit, I have some mean ass parts. I'm not gonna lie. There's some brutal ones.
Because we would go to the gym. And then when we'd come back home, we'd always like to, like, treat ourselves to some drinks, And every once in a while, we get some lighter beers. And then every other once in a while, we get, like, the darker beers. Oh, boy. You drink a couple of those, and then your body just goes blah, blah, blah.
There's a reason why
it's going to come out nasty.
From IPAs, man.
Oh, my God.
That's the thing. IPAs, I mentioned this before in private conversations, where it's like, I feel like they're the pretentious beer. They intentionally taste pretentious, in my opinion.
I agree with you sometimes.
Okay, all right, yeah. There's some that are good. I'll give them that. But then every IPA I've ever had, like, I know the beer shits are
never
real
fails.
thing,
that's the whole thing.
But that's like a whole new level of situation that you're dealing with the day
So, like,
after.
speaking on a little, like, YouTube deep hole, right? Okay, I somehow yesterday got recommended on like a Ted Bundy video, and then I ended up falling into the whole watching all these murder mysteries, and I forgot which one specifically. But like one of them, like, the cops came to this guy's house and like it smelled like death. That's the way the morning after IPA fight smelled.
Dude, it does not smell like death. It smells like a murder in progress.
No. It smells like that shit's been rotting for a while. The murder in progress was like pounding away the beer, right? Now it's settling. The flies are coming in. The after morning smell when you wake up. You could barely breathe in the morning. You're like, God fucking damn, bro.
Alright, so we're talking about some, like, really mean shit. And I gotta ask you a question. When was the last time that you had to, like, fully, like, go full naked while taking a shit because it was that intense? Where you're sweating so much and it's getting to you where you're just like, I gotta fully prepare my body for what's happening.
Bro, like, when it gets to that point, like, I don't even thinking about, like, I'm not even thinking about taking my clothes off. It's just, like, I'm just so nervous. I just want to rush to the thing. I don't need the preparation. And then once I get there, like, my knees are like this, and I'm just like...
that form is, I've made mistakes. I promise I'll go to church. I know I say that every time. That's that.
And he can't leave. And then like 30 minutes into, I'm just like, I just want this to end. And I get creative and I get like a bottle of lotion and just rub it down here, just like push like a toothpaste bottle, just to like squeegee it out, just to squeegee it out.
I've never ever thought of getting something because I would do that. I was like, I'll get my hands, I'll try to massage it and whatnot, like try and push it down. I have never in all of my years thought to get a toothpaste bottle or something.
Taught that to myself, feeding you with a little bit of game, you guys. I'm telling you, that squeegee trick with some lotion. Oh man, sometimes it comes out like the toothpaste when you're squeezing hard and like nothing's coming out, and then when it just erupts like that, But that shit It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
It would be a lot funnier if, like, you're doing that whole situation.
Yeah.
Trying to fucking remedy yourself and, like, bring yourself from the brink of death. And all that comes out is like a small little Hershey's Kiss.
And you know, that does happen. And have you ever, like, noticed, like, a lot of the little small cacos, like, the most painful ones?
Yeah, dude.
They come out like daggers, bro.
They do. And it's like, you question your reality. Like, did he, like, slide in underneath, too? Because sometimes they do that. Sometimes they'll go into the plumbing by itself.
It's confusing, though, because sometimes you got, like, the big fucking massage. And, like, you know, sometimes those are painful experiences, but other times, like, they got so easy, and then when you go to flush, you're like, that came out of me. That came out of me. And those come out like nothing, right? But those little ones, you're like, those are a war, bro. Like I just got like a bunch of little Chinese stars like thrown into my culo. Like,
especially the ones that are like they're small in height, but they're really wide too for some weird reason.
Like in the middle, they're tapered, right? Yes.
It's like you're trying to shit out a Beyblade. Man. For some reason, it's super chunky in the middle, and that shit hurts. And you're crying. And you're reassessing your life. You're going through some things. You're going through some like childhood emotion, trauma, and whatnot in that time period. And then all that comes out is just like this little fucking saucer that's in the fucking toilet.
We have a little bit, you know, like when it comes to the restroom, if we're having like a brain fart when we're writing our scripts, like, you know, whomever goes to the restroom somehow comes back with a great idea. Like, all that pain, all that blood, all that torture, all that love, the blood, sweat, and tears, you know, a lot of good stuff comes out of it. Yeah. Like, you know, look, we're making a podcast in 2020. I'm sure a lot of great ideas are coming out of 2020. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears, you know? Corona is like drinking an IPA.
Ooh.
They are very similar to each other.
Okay, I like that comparison that you have.
Because you have that vacation, no work, you know, that early stimulus package. It's a party.
It gives you that nice buzz in the beginning, but then after
now
a while,
we're waking
you're
up from it like, fuck.
Oh, we're drunk text this time. Alright, okay, I never thought about it that way, but if I would have to give Corona, ironically, not the actual beer it's named after.
Yeah, I wouldn't,
or compare the name. Yeah, IPA I think is a solid fucking option of that one.
Yeah, Corona's a fucking arrogant bastard, isn't it?
Corona is an arrogant bastard. I'm not a big fan of arrogant bastards.
Neither am I. It's just a look, you know? Like, oh, I have this gargoyle in my fucking bottle.
I think it's also because, like, arrogant bastards, when I look at it, because of the look of the demon and everything and whatnot, for some reason it always reminds me of Jägermeister, and there's, like, the fear.
It's marketed to actual arrogant bastards. That's the demographic. That's the actual demographic.
Like, I guess that's why I can't fucking touch it, because I signed off Jaeger years ago. That was...
I mean, like, things like Jaeger, Jack Daniels, you know, like, that kind of thing, like, it's cool, like, oh, I'm in high school. Oh, I just got out of high school, you know, like, I'm drinking booze. Like, once you have a little bit of a knowledge of alcohol, like, if you're still drinking Jaeger after your, like, mid-20s, like, bro, reassess your life, you know? Sure, I'm going on a downhill, like, you know, route 2, but I'm doing it with class and my pinky up, you know, in a beer mug, in a beer glass.
We have upgraded from the bottles and the cans.
We are functioning alcoholics. High functioning.
We're classy, high-functioning alcoholics. We have specific glasses for our own problem.
Yes, we do.
And we've increased our production because of it. But I feel like you're alienating a lot of people just from the Jägermeister one. I will give you that, though. Because I don't fuck with Jaeger.
Yeah.
Just 100%.
Yeah. But, I mean, we all have our little, like, douchey vices, too, you know?
True. There's some drinks that I have where it's like, alright, this is a little pretentious, or, like, I'm a little bit embarrassed about. That I don't want to get into.
That.
And it's like, alright, but I know I have to, like, it's my fucking selection of drinks, and I have to fucking choose from it.
No, I hear that. Malcolm, what are you up to?
Alright, welcome back, kids!
Welcome back! I can see our spike levels going crazy right now.
We're keeping this in. Alright, yeah, there's other situations. Shit's hitting the fan. But you know, we're going to smooth transition out of it.
Here's the big discussion, though. And now we just went off some groundbreaking shit. Lunchables or charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
I actually don't know how to pronounce that, so I apologize.
I knew you were talking about, but like I didn't know the word for it.
I see the word every time. Like, there's 8 different ways I can say this, and I'm never sure which one it is.
I never read the packaging or anything. Like, I know what it is.
I don't.
You can always see the little, the pepperoni and the cheese.
Yeah, I never read the fucking package. I'm like,
I didn't know
that got
that.
salami in it. There's some other top meats, and then be cheeses and crackers.
I'm just like walking by the aisle, and I'm just like, oh, grown up Lunchables, like, oh, friends want to watch the Oscars. What should I bring? Cheap Andre Champagne and chimichurri boards, but I call it, grown up Lunchables.
Which, all right, it raises a very good question.
Yeah.
All right, actually, you know what? I know the answer to this immediately afterwards.
Yeah,
I was going to say, have you ever eaten a charcuterie board, just an entire one by yourself? And I know the answer for you is going to be no. And I can say that I've eaten one by myself. I bought it as a snack once, and I was seeing if I could do it. Man, that was a really, low moment for me.
That sounds like a moment. Because, for me, I've definitely bought, the personal platter before. Or, 1 for 2 and ate one before. To, I want to use it. And then, people bail and you're like, well, I have all this nice, sausages and cheese that I want to go to waste, put on something and... So for sure. But I'd rather not because it doesn't give, again, that same satisfaction of eating, a regular Lunchable. Because if I'm eating a charcuterie board, I want someone to tell us the appropriate pronunciation for that. Chartreuse board?
Charboiled? I'm not sure which way is the correct way to pronounce it.
Yeah.
But as you're saying...
Yeah, but I don't get, the same, feeling as I would with a little Lunchable. Because I'm prepping myself. It's it's like if you're buying a bath bomb, you put the fucking candles on and everything.
Alright, I'm gonna hit you with some real ass shit.
Alright.
I'm gonna hit you with some, fucking deep... philosophical type shit.
Drop
right
that,
now.
philosophize with me. Let's
so,
philosophize.
I still feel like the Lunchable is more satisfying because it reminds you of your childhood. It's a childhood item. It's supposed to be simple and enjoyable.
It reminds me of my little field trips to the park from my school 2 blocks away.
Or to the museums and shit. It gives you memories back in the day where a charcuterie board, it's like, hey, you're old, motherfucker. This is a reminder for you. Remember where you were as a child? The little pizzas? The little fucking ham, crackers, and cheese?
Remember when they used to give you the little sticks to spread it, and now you're forced to use your finger like a savage because some dumbass child decided to choke on the stick?
Because for some reason they thought, let's just eat sticks.
There's a lot of dumb shit like that. Now we need warning labels on our coffee cups because some chick on the drive-thru got a coffee from McDonald's drive-thru, put it in her lap, burned her whole shit, and then she ended up suing McDonald's because there wasn't a hot warning. She didn't know fucking coffee was going to be hot.
Actually, there's a fun fact about that.
Whoa.
McDonald's was in the wrong the entire time. McDonald's actually heated up their coffee way hotter than supposed to the point where it actually melts skin just by itself.
Yikes. So,
McDonald's, big corporations, unless you sponsor us, we don't agree with you. So, we're very much like politicians. You throw some money around, we change some opinions here and there.
McDonald's and all that. The Travis Scott burger was not
I
all
never
that.
had the Travis Scott burger.
It was...
I see those special promo meals you're still a Big Mac, just with a different name attached
with
to it.
a little bit of cheap bacon.
Yeah, or some
and then
mustard
the J
in there.
Balvin meal was nothing new. It was just the only difference was it comes with an ice cream. That's it.
I wonder how many people went to McDonald's let me get the J Balvin meal, and they're like, all right, but we can't give you the ice cream.
You would think he would have done a lot more. Have you seen the sneakers?
No, I have not.
The sneakers are dope. They're rainbow, and it looks like it's hand-cut stitching and shit like that.
Dope.
And it has a smiley face with some fucking Velcro shit going on. It's pretty dope.
So he can do all that for fucking shoes, but he can just get an ice cream that you may not get at
underwhelming as McDonald's meal.
Because I feel again, the meme is the machines are always fucking broken.
Yeah.
And I feel I haven't been to McDonald's in a very long time, and I don't think I've ever seen people ever come out with an ice cream cone and whatnot. I feel that kind of mystique disappeared a while ago.
Not true. Our dad. Every time he has a long day at work, you see this grown ass, former vato, and then now he goes to McDonald's on a long day just to get an ice cream. Not even a meal. He's obsessed with those little sundaes, And a lot of people are like that. My boy Andrew, he likes his ice cream treat. People need their ice cream treat. The way I need my Lunchable and now my chicharroni fucking plate board.
Did you fucking call it chicharron board? You son of a bitch.
Chichoni.
I don't know. There's something about the small things though that people really enjoy. I feel our pops really instilled that.
Yeah.
From sweets and even to it may not be considered a small thing, but kind of what at least we think about it. Even stuff like fireworks. where
Yeah,
it was so commonplace. It was so kind of around, at least when we were growing up. But I feel like fireworks have always had a huge impression on
We're
us.
like that remake of the Day of the Dead movie where they use the fireworks to distract the zombies, you know? We're out, we're out here fucking up the world, put on some fireworks, and now we're just playing.
Yeah, but instead...
Hold that with me.
All right.
We're going to put a graphic here. We're going to put a graphic here. And we're back.
That was good editing on that graphic. That was
Great
really
editing.
good
Great editing.
Yeah, so to get into your point, they felt like the fireworks distracting the zombies, and instead our dad used fireworks as parenting to distract us from big stupid shit.
And that grew into something. That grew into something.
It did not stop us from doing dumb things. If anything, it made us do more dumb things.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's a perfect way to bring up our next segment, which is what had happened was insert title card. Ew. You like that title card? That's special for you? That do what it needed to do for you? Good, because we're going to go to some story time
Better
right now.
fucking like it. I worked hard on it.
Yeah, he does a lot of work on that one. Give him some love for that, you know?
Please.
Yeah, he needs it.
I need the affirmation, you know?
Oh, shit!
I could use a confidence boost.
I know we're starting off the new year with this episode, but damn! Alright, okay. Rewind. Where are we coming back from here? Alright, okay, brain. Figure
Fireworks.
out
We're talking about fireworks.
Explosions. You know, words popping out, coming out from different directions. Don't expect it. Anyhow, story time. So, I think for me, the biggest thing that I can think of in terms of a fireworks story was the fucking shopping cart when we were kids.
By the Staples and the little pet store, right?
No, not the Staples and the pet stores. The one at the apartment.
With the shopping cart, we put bottle rockets on it?
Yeah. And
okay, it's not my first time doing that. I did that a lot.
Okay, but here's the thing. It was my fucking first time. All right. I got to give some context here. This was when we were kids. This was around the time when Jackass was in its fucking heyday. So you have an apartment with a bunch of fucking kids in it who are watching nothing but Jackass.
And then, I was getting into filming and editing and, I was in middle school and yeah, Jackass was big, so and we there was a lot of us.
Yeah,
and we were all into extreme sports.
So our idols were the Jackass cast, and anyone that was being seen on one of Bam's 8 different shows at that time period, because he was fucking humongous. And so like he was saying, each one of us at the apartment was a different character for Jackass.
Yeah, I mean we were mimicking certain characters, but we were all our own individuals. Yeah, and we would before we got our brother into this idea, we're putting bottle rockets on our skateboards, on our rollerblades, all over the place. And then, my brother was a little later to come hang out with us. And then, we're like, we got a shopping cart here. Let's continue to get creative with all these, fireworks that we're suddenly, finding all over the place.
That idea evolved very fucking quickly. Because my role, I was the smallest, I think.
Yeah.
I was the smallest. At the lightest to push, and I think I was the youngest at that time too. And so I was Wee Man for a lot of fucking things.
He was really Wee Man. He really was Wee Man. And it's not like we even convinced him to be Wee Man. You were straight up Wee Man energy. He would come downstairs the most hyper, the most aggressive, and nothing but tidy whities and a white beater. Little 7-year-old big ass teeth, just ready for whatever stupid shit we're getting into.
Why are you gonna call my teeth out like that, man? I know I'm trying.
We were little. Your teeth were
I still got big ass teeth. I got a big ass head. I'll give you that.
Mine's crazy, and I had a worse overbite.
All right. I see what's going on.
I'm trying to paint the picture that you were a little adorable kid, but just a nightmare at the same time.
Yeah, I was definitely a fucking handful. So. They filled this fucking shopping cart with a bunch of different fireworks. Bottle rockets, smoke bombs, sparklers, different other, actually
and we had plenty of zip ties to keep them on.
Plenty of zip ties and stuff. So, they stack up this fucking shopping cart to the fucking brim with as many fireworks as they can put on it that, made sense. And then they throw my ass in the middle of it. And I don't think you guys even gave me a fucking helmet.
No, none of us ever wore helmets ever.
So,
we were jumping off, little kids jumping off freaking 15 to 25 step staircases. No one wore a helmet.
You guys are rolling off of 15, 25.
No. I got a good one on my rollerblades, bruh. I got a good one. But we were getting no fight. Like whatever you see on Jackass, we try to go like hard on it.
And since we were
Tony,
kids, we bounced.
Have you ever find that footage somewhere? Have you watched this video? I want to see that old footage, bro. I wish that was my footage.
I didn't even know that was recorded.
He filmed so much of it.
I don't even know that.
So much of it.
The amount of escapades we have with children that could be recorded would be insane to get. Anyhow, so the way the apartment structure worked was that the parking lot was on the slope. So this would be the top of the lot, and this is where we're all at. And it drops down, into a fucking fence. And on the opposite side of the fence was the wash, right? Mm-hmm. It was the LA River. So it's a steep ass fucking drop into there. And there's a hole in that fucking gate that we would cross in and out.
So much stupid shit on that gate.
There was so much stupid shit on that gate that we got ourselves into.
Yeah.
So we put me at the top in the shopping cart, all the fireworks. Just all you motherfuckers with your own lighters start lighting everything as much as you can.
We all had lighters. We're all fucking kids. That was a different era, bro.
It was a different era. We used to buy fireworks off of an ice cream truck, dude.
Yeah.
It would come and we would save money to buy fireworks off of an ice cream truck.
Yeah, like, can I get the Lucas popsicle stick and an M80?
Man, you get fucking the melted ass Sonic ice cream with like a Roman candles. It was insane.
And the Roman candle cost just as much as the ice cream for some reason.
Yeah, we used to have a really good time growing up.
Yeah.
Laws and regulations, all that shit for some weird reason. So y'all fucking push this cart as soon as things started fucking popping off. And I, in my brain at that time, was like, oh, this is cool. This would be exciting. Didn't think about any of those fireworks burning me whatsoever at the time. Shit starts popping off. Mainly like the sparklers first, like the pinwheel ones. I'm feeling these fucking sparks attacking me and whatnot. Yeah. Then the smoke bombs come up. So now my vision's all disoriented. I'm being attacked from places I don't know what's going on. I just know I need a fucking escape. I need to get out of this fucking thing. I'm being burned and bruised and fucking fumigated all at the same time. I need to get the fuck out of here. So you have my little ass in the shopping cart desperately trying to get up while freaking out because this shopping cart.
But the thing is, like, you can't leave or else you're gonna get fucked up by the nasty concrete. It wasn't flat. That shit was like the rockiest fucking concrete. That shit was
brutal concrete, but
it was solid too at the same time.
Yeah, so I'm trying my best to get out of it.
Yeah,
and just shit's blowing up around me. And I'm fucking freaking out. If I remember correctly, I actually managed to get out of the fucking thing before it goes through the fence.
Oh, yeah, okay. But the cool thing was, like, you managed to hit the big bump and restabilize and still jump off perfectly fine afterwards.
I was doing that with no fucking problem. I was over the bump, dude. I was so smart over the bump. But yeah, I remember fucking jumping out of this thing with no harm done to me. Nothing but, like, slight little burns and bruises. But then this thing goes fucking sailing off into the distance. Just explosions. Outside of the
we did so much stupid shit.
We did so much stupid shit.
It was crazy, cause that's not even, like, that wasn't even, like, a hazing or, like, the punk on
No, it was just something to do.
And it was just like, hey, this is what we do on the natural. Like, let's just put you in the cart. We didn't even think to warn you because it was so normal for
I didn't even think I might get burned. There's no thought process.
Like, what we would do, like, find, like, vacant apartments, and we're, like, straight up Assassin's Creed, bro. Like, we're, like, hopping into the next balcony, or we, like, we end up learning how to, like, break the doors down and stuff like that, and we go to these vacant apartments, go into the restroom with, like, 6 of us, like, 6, 7 guys. We lock ourselves in the restroom. We fucking put a bunch of fucking fireworks all over the fucking bathtub. Make sure they all light at the same time. We turn off the fucking lights. And then now we're just playing Russian roulette with fireworks. The lights are off, and we're just trying to dodge these fucking things. And they're just ricocheting everywhere. Like, it was no normal for us. And, like, I remember, like in one New Year's or something, I think, like, Nanny was with us or something, and I was like, hey, let's shoot each other through the fireworks. And my older cousin Julian was like, bro, you can't have those kind of thoughts in your mind, like hurting people, like that's not it. Don't think about that kind of shit. And I was just like, I was just being like, all right, yeah, bro, like totally for sure. But like that's not where my mind was at. Like, no, let's just fuck around. We're youngsters, And our dad would tell us stories how he'd be in one building in Normandy and across the street to the other homie, and then they're shooting at each other from the windows.
I mean, we would even do this shit as kids too. Like we would play tag, hide and go seek with fucking Roman candles and bottle rockets. Like that shit was wild.
Good times. I almost blew my hand up once until I think it was like Audie who like grabbed the fucking thing out of my hand and threw it because I thought it was a smoke bomb. It was not a smoke bomb.
What was it?
It was like it came in a plastic casing. That's why I didn't think it was explosive. But it was explosive, and then we threw it in the air and it went. It wasn't there, and there was no colors or anything. The only intent of that thing was just to blow up. Yeah, and I was just like, God, and I was little, so my hand would have been gone.
You have a habit of almost blowing shit up.
I'm always getting hurt for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, it is what it is, you know.
I think the best one though, in terms of a firework almost blowing someone's body part up, would have to be our mom. Remember back in Mexico? Alright, so we need to explain this situation too. This is a very long one that happened once, but we're talking about fireworks. It's one of our favorite things. So, we're in Mexico, and it's really cheap to get like a really nice hotel room there. So we got one that's like pretty fucking high up. There's not many people there because I think the building was still in construction.
We were like on the 30th floor.
Yeah.
Shit. It was crazy.
So, one lovely thing about Mexico is you could buy a shit ton of fireworks and it's all legal up there. It's amazing. So, we get these fucking fireworks that you're supposed to like plant into the ground. And you light them off, and then they'll shoot upwards, and it'll explode. You know, just standard fucking fireworks.
But instead, you know, we're in the balcony, and we had no dirt, so we used our empty beer bottles and just stuck it in like that.
And so we're launching these fucking things off the 30th floor. Nice. And they're shooting off in the air. No problem, nothing of that whatsoever. Because again, the base is being secured. There's a, like. It's not being held down or anything. So then our mom decides...
She comes and joins us after. She doesn't see how we're doing it.
Yeah, she doesn't.
So she just grabs it, lights it, and we're like, wait. Like, you're not supposed to hold on to it. And she's like, oh, shit, you know?
Immediately, like, after she fucking throws it, probably only goes, like, 10 feet afterwards, just explodes.
And then they started, like, landing in, like, the pool area and stuff like that. And then, like, the hotel managers came to, like, our room, and they're like, can't be blowing up fireworks. And then, like, fucking, like, our neighbor and our dad got mad. And they're like, why are you assuming we're doing it, huh? Why are you assuming we're doing it? Like, they swear they're still in the States where they can call the brown card. No, fool. We're in fucking Tijuana or Rosarito or something.
Meanwhile, we're, like, one of the 8 guests in the fucking hotel. So it makes sense why you thought it was us. Because there were, like, so many people to choose from. And they were, like, the only people on the top fucking floor of this being constructed building.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he had the right guess, but yeah, fucking our pops.
But they scared him out of it. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. We'll upgrade you free room. Here's a voucher to the bar. Yeah, good times.
Man, we would do some stupid shit with fireworks all the time, though.
Yeah, like I had like a little M80, and you know, I would always see on TV, you know, people, you know, like turn it off while it's lit. It was like, hey, Pepino, want me to show you something cool? And I'm like, we're in his bedroom now. Like, watch this. And I'm like, what the hell? And I held it like a wet as fuck finger. I held it, and all I did just felt like it incinerated through my finger. Like, it was so painful, and I was just like, I didn't know what else to do, so I just tossed it to the middle of his bed, and it blew up in his bed and burned a bit, and then we had to use another blanket to like put out the fire. Then you had this like, you know, charred circle, a charred ring on your bed.
Yeah, so from that point moving forward until I got a new bed, like 6 fucking years later, there's just a corner of my bed that's been incinerated. And I know that every single time I'll change the sheets, I'll just look at it and think back to that day. I almost died that day. I shouldn't be here. Back there, that was my time to go, but I didn't. But here I am, still fucking surviving.
Should have just stayed there instead of dealing with this bullshit. This guy's out of his mind.
I still love how you decided just randomly, like they was
without even training.
And like I feel like we didn't even bring it up. You just pulled it out and just did it without even mentioning it. Hey, I'm gonna try this out.
I was just so excited about the idea.
Yeah, like I would at least like some like, hey, I'm gonna be doing this. Just giving you a heads up. It might go south. You said no. You pulled out a firework, a lighter.
But did you die?
No.
Would it have been as memorable?
I mean, if I died?
No. If I did not give you a warning. I
mean, sure. I mean, every time I slept, I would always look down in that corner like, I almost died there. So in terms of memorability, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
It was a very memorable moment.
Very memorable.
In my almost short life.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. The fact that I haven't broken a bone, you know, I haven't had any serious...
You almost fell off that little, like, cliff.
Dude, I have almost died many times. But we'll save those stories for future episodes and make sure to stretch out the content. But in reality, like, the amount of, like, near-death experience I've had, the amount of, like, sheer amount of torture I put my body through, the amount of, like, impacts that were super heavy.
I'm surprised my knees still work, bro. I'm surprised I can still walk.
I can't really, you know, work for me. It's a very loose term on how I want to explain what it is because, you know, my shit's broken as fuck.
Right.
But I mean, in terms of like, I've had no serious medical condition. I've never had to visit the hospital and stay overnight. You know, knock on wood and everything. But that for me is absolutely like mind-boggling considering the stupid shit.
That's a coolness. I really like enjoyed the, you know, like getting signatures in school on your cast and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I never got that. But admittedly speaking, during school, I was not a popular kid, so I probably would not give any signatures on it.
The thing with the cast, though, like, even if you're not popular, people like leaving their mark, you know? So, like, if anything, it just introduces a little bit more of a circle, you know?
Okay, alright, I get that.
Maybe that's why I wasn't so much of a reject, because I had a cool cast.
You just keep on breaking yourself. I'm not getting the attention I deserve. Fuck it! I'll get popular somehow.
Alright, just hold my finger right here in the middle. Just hit it as hard as you can.
Just only get the first digit.
I'm gonna look the other way.
If you only do the first digit, it isn't as dramatic of an injury, but it's just enough to get the attention. But not enough to ask questions.
It's my pointer finger, so it grabbed the most attention when I try to broke it. When I try to point in a different direction. When I try to English is hard.
English is definitely very hard. It is actually considered one of the most difficult languages. Fun fact of the day.
Because there's a lot of like rules that it breaks in itself, you know.
I mean, every single time people say English is hard, like I just use the word fuck. And that kind of really solves it. You know, you may be.
I mean, like, you're pretty fucking right. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck, like, the word fuck has many fucking uses, man.
Fucking A, yeah, it does.
It's fucking versatile.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing, kids.
But anyhow,
let's see how Malcolm's doing in this situation. Malcolm. I don't know why I said that. I really don't know why I said that.
Let's just both come in and say it at the same time that way.
Alright.
Like we're amazed from what we just saw. 3, 2, Malcolm. Wow.
That's why he's our producer, man. That's why he's producer.
International man of mystery.
Man can't see all the colors in the spectrum. But that's the reason why we have him on staff.
Not only can he not see colors, but he had to live through Australia, bro. Those spiders, the snakes, and the kangaroos and shit like that. Killer koalas, bro. You can't take a shit without feeling insecure at fucking snakes in the golden culo.
Koalas don't see color, though. They're not prejudiced.
But if they bite you, you'll die.
I mean, that's syphilis in general, though. Yeah. But, you know, I mean, I don't know how you could really escape that. I'm just trying to say that, you know, koalas, you know, they're not racist. Koalas are not racist. Hashtag koalas are not racist.
They're just fucking assholes. That's all it is.
They are assholes. They actually are fucking assholes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, like the radio shop.
They're fucking dicks.
But thankfully, we were able to get Malcolm away from Australia, away from those big koalas.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you guys know the backstory, but, you know, like, we did one of those, like, competitions, like, we're looking for a producer. Like, send in, like, your best little story. And, like, you know, and then here we go. We get little Malcolm, like, trying to get away from Australia. It's scary out here, bro. Like, fucking everyone's talking about the Barbie. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I'm scared. And we just resonated with us. Like,
fuck the Barbie. I'm an American Girl fan, man.
He's like, man, we're gonna blow him away. Do you think he's seen a Tesla, or does he know about OnlyFans? Like, he's gonna love it here in the States, you know. So we flew him in, you know. Now we got Malcolm.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
And he's our lovely producer. He's helping out a big time.
You want to come in and help us sound off? Send off? Help us send off.
I think sound off is a military thing. I'm not sure.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And that's a wrap.
And that's
a wrap. That's how you end episode, kids.
Till next time. That's why we pay him the big bucks. We don't pay him anything. Not even like. I gave him weed a couple times. Good night.